Back again in the watery glades. Gotta love watery glades. And that's the one problem with the BA divide, is when you summon Gimli purely by accident. I mean, I'm lucky this time because there's like wargs right there and... Oh, no you don't. I'm not dying 3 seconds in. But no, that's the kind of annoying thing. You occasionally summon characters completely by accident. I wonder what would happen if they tried to render this game in HD or up with the graphical capabilities of this game. That would be amazing. Like, even if you, like, totally... Like, gave it the Final Fantasy 1 treatment for the DS or something. I don't know. BA divide. Why have you suddenly become the bane of my existence? Fortunately, there's plenty of stuff to kill, as always. That's the thing. You're never short of stuff to kill in this game. You'll wish you were. You really will wish you were. Because this game can get very... Oh, and crappy troll! Troll. I hate trolls. I'm going to make very clear that I hate trolls. Because they're shit. They're annoying. They're annoying. They're a bit more annoying. Never been happier for a health pool in my life. And just trolls are evil. You know, they pop up at completely random moments and they fuck your shit up. Dragon Scale, good. Nah, not really into Dragon Scale. Thinking of a different game, really, but... Hi, meet my friend. That's the best time to summon Gimli, when you, like, suddenly 6 dozen Urukai appear. Oh, no, you don't. I need that. So that... That is definitely mine. But, no. The best time to summon Gimli is when you're about to be faced by a horde of these guys. You got no other chance of dealing with them, or you have, but you don't really want to deal with the hassle, and you just summon him right in the middle of them. He hacks, he hacks, he hacks, and they die. And when he gets to the really high levels, where he sticks around forever, it actually gets a little less easy, because there's a downside to him sticking around for a long time, which is, although he's a lot higher damage at the 20-pointer, he also... At the stage where you put 20 points in, he's high damage, but he sticks around for so long that he's literally, you know, you have to wait minutes for him to go away. So you can summon him in an area where he's actually going to prove useful. Because he kills things quickly. As I said, he doesn't follow you. And then you get to a point where you're running off, and he's just not going to follow you. And you're on your own, and you can't summon him because he's not there. And he's still in play somewhere else. These trees are somewhat small. That's Urukai. Another problem is that he has a funny sense of prioritizing. Like, sometimes he'll prioritize the troll, or the big thing, or sometimes he'll prioritize crows. And they always, always, always prioritize crows. Probably because crows actually have genuinely... You know, it's genuinely important to kill the crows, so that they don't summon Sauron's eye. What can you say? Sauron's a peeping Tom. See? Prioritizing the crows. One good thing about him is he's got a pretty wide sweeping attack with his attack, so he can often hit more than one thing at once, which is again why it's a good idea to summon him in the middle of crowds, because he can cause damage to multiple things, and even if he doesn't kill them all, he'll soften up a fair few of them for you. Funny thing about Fangorn is that in this game, there's no mention of Merry and Pippin, there's no mention of Ents. There's just, you go into Fangorn for completely random reasons, somehow involving chasing orcs. And to be fair, you don't know that the orcs are dead, because the orcs aren't dead. You know, there's no AMA. AMA doesn't mention having killed the orcs. So there's not even that, you know? So Gimli's there, and he's probably going to run off and kill something, or march about. You'll notice the patrol pattern. I mean, I don't know how well you can see it, but the pattern is basically he walks about in a very I'm not going to say linear fashion. No, is it linear? No, I would argue that the fashion he walks about in is basically a patrolling pattern. And if there's an enemy within his range, he'll charge off towards it, which is, decent AI, and it's sort of retained for the mooks, ally mooks in the Return of the King game. But, for an ally of Gimli's caliber, who you actually want to be following you, it would be better if they'd worked out a way for the allies to follow you, if you get my meaning. Those guys are pretty rare. The big orcs with two swords are pretty rare. I don't know if they're meant to be Urukai. I don't think so. Oh. Also, total Joss Whedon steel, cabin in the woods. But, no. Anyway. So, yeah. Whoa. Yeah, it's a little annoying that he doesn't follow you around, because it would be nice if you had, like... Well, if you had an ally who followed you around, that would make your life so much easier. But then, at the same time, it would probably ruin the challenge of the game that some gamers really enjoy. Oh, hell, I knew it was a trap. Somebody call Admiral Akbar. Ah, so many enemies. Totally doesn't make my life any easier. I'm going to stand still for a minute and heal. About to get to level 13. Level 13 is not, what's the word I'm looking for? Level 13 is not amazing. You don't really get anything new at level 13. Saying that, beyond level 12, there's nothing new. It's just a case of updating your old skills, which is, it's all well and good, but you start getting to the feeling that, yeah, I've done all there is to be done. Can I just get on with the story? Or even worse, there's sometimes the feeling of, okay, this is all this character's capable of, and it's still not fucking good enough to kill the enemies. Of course, an updated skill is more powerful, but all the same, there can sometimes be a feeling of, I've done everything that is possible to be done. Oh, wonderful. You're fucking useless, aren't you, Aragorn? Seriously, you kill that one berserker and he decides to just run off, completely randomly. Totally useless. No help whatsoever. Where are you going? Is there a crow? There's a crow, isn't there? Yep, they do that. As I said, Game Boy AI. Forgivable. I will quite happily forgive the AI for being stupid, because it's a Game Boy game and it was not designed for, forgive me, gamers who demanded high AI. It was designed, I would say, for people who pick up a game to wander around pressing the V button repeatedly. You're never going to get like magnificent amounts of gaming capacity from a Game Boy game, except I think there are rare exceptions where a Game Boy game has had some genuine sort of like proper brilliance. Like you'd put it up there with your Mass Effects. I mean, like for example, the Metroid games. There's a fair few Metroid games which are, according to my friend Cal, up there with like big games. But those I think would be called the exception and not the rule. I really must remember to ask Cal something after I'm done here. In any case. That, by the way, is the perfect time to call Gimli. It would have been if I had remembered that he automatically goes for Crabine. Can't be helped. Everyone makes mistakes. Sometimes mine are a little more annoying for me than they should be, but... Oh god. I suddenly remembered something and I didn't want to remember it. There's a boss at the end of Fangorn that I don't want to fight. I mean, you have to, because obviously, boss fight. And also betting this is a trap. Congratulations, game. You just surprised me. But, yeah. There's a boss at the end of this level. Well, not at the end of this level. In the next level. That is an absolute pain in the ass to fight. fun times. Yeah, as I said, weird sense of priorities. I mean, God knows how AI programmed. I'm not that clever, but I don't know if AI are actually given like a priorities list, like target this thing before this thing or something. But I don't know. Something to ask if I ever get the chance to meet the people who make this game. Wow, I'm using a skill that isn't called Gimli. Isn't that amazing? Oh hell. That was one surprisingly resilient crow. Also surprisingly tolerant. Yeah, I'm getting shot at. Yeah, I've taken 2 hits. I'm fine. Oh my god, I'm dead! Also, crows explode. That's one thing I've never felt the need to comment on before, is the crows exploding thing. It's just, they explode. They don't, flop to the floor, they go splat. It's kinda... I don't know quite what the term is. Weird? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully I can beat this boss battle in 3 minutes. And go! That's unusual. Gimli's around to be summoned for a boss battle. In case you hadn't been able to tell, that is, yes, in truth, just a reskinned troll. That is literally just a reskinned cave troll. Pretty poorly reskinned, actually, if I was going to make my opinion honest. It does literally just look like a poorly reskinned cave troll. With, for some reason, glowing red eyes. Yes, because that makes everything so much better, giving it glowing red eyes. Oh wow, I did so well killing the badly reskinned cave troll that it's going to give me the triumph music. Totally put in there for the sake of it, boss. Not happy. And then for some reason, with Aragorn, this dialogue is the full, oh my god, you're Saruman dialogue. But Legolas gets it truncated. Elfists. Anyway, nothing interesting on this level. Random still from the game. Well, no, random still from the movie. And then... exposition. Well, I think I've earned the right to save the game. Booyah. So, yeah. Ah, no. So, I guess I'll see you next vid, folks. Tatty bye, as Reeve would say.